Guys and dolls, so still Tuesday. Um, Done a wee video this morning. Done a short one for YouTube, as you've seen. But the big version's on YouTube. The full video. Yeah, I'm getting a bit of traction on YouTube. I've got 60,000 on a video, which is really good. And Tommy has shared one of my videos on his X account. So that's what it's all about, you know what I mean, sharing and all that and stuff, you know what I mean. I've never really been doing this, I've never really wanted to go viral. This is a thing. It's a bit daunting, going viral, you know what I mean. It's like, you know what I mean, I'm an open book, you know what I mean, but I suppose I've been through quite a lot in my life. I'm quite sure I can manage that, but still a bit daunting for anybody, you know what I mean. So really, I'm not wanting to go viral or anything like that. I want to get the message out to people close to me, people that matter to us. The British, that's the main thing, you know what I mean. Patriots, people like me with mental health problems, struggling, with what's going on. Because let's not kid each other. It is affecting people, it isn't just about politics, to be honest with you. It's about people's mental health. People are scared, people are worried. Some people are committed to this country with every ounce of their blood. They're just passionate, they love their country, and they feel it's under threat right now. Everything they believe and everything they know is under threat. So yeah, it's good, and it's good that you guys have been here from the start. I've had to stop following people back, you know what I mean. So if you're a friend and you think I should follow you back, please let me know, you know what I mean. Because I'm trying to keep up with everything, you know what I mean. I've got 3 platforms going and I'm doing it all on my own without any help from anybody. So I'm trying to stay on top of everything, and I don't want to break my word and not be here for anybody that needs me, you understand. And I do have people that's phoning me, strangers to who I'm helping at the minute. So, but if I'm not following you and you want me to follow you, you're watching all my videos and we're commenting and communicating, and I'm not. That would make me feel bad if I wasn't following you. So that's Saturday away. But this video was about Saturday. About I call it a demo. Let's call it a demo. You know what I mean? A demonstration of frustration. That's what we'll call it. A demonstration of frustration. Because let's face it, that's all it is. But I'm concerned about it. I'm very concerned about it. I will be there. In a capacity of demonstrating my frustration in a peaceful manner. And also reporting, because I'm not going to cop out and go, I'm going as a citizen journalist, because it sounds like I'm a cop out. I'm like trying to get some protection. I'm going like any other man and woman in this country is going. I'm going to let people know that we're not happy. We're not happy with what's going on. Now, I've got no doubt there won't be very many people at this, right? Because a lot of people are scared, just like me. I'm a bit scared, I'll be honest with you. I'm worried about it, of course I am. But like I say, been through a lot and I can handle a lot. So if anybody can do it, I can do it. But I totally understand the rest of you not wanting to go. You may be worried. But, the thing is, the left are going to be there. They're advertising it all over the place, big time. The government, they're pushing people in. The usual trade unionists and all that. So they're going to have big numbers. But these big numbers, they're college students, they're teachers in these colleges, they're council workers. Not your road cleaners and your bin men. Your other type of council worker, you call them white collar, is it? I don't know. Not your blue collar, your white collar. That's the kind of people that's going to be there. They're going to be bussed in. They're going to probably be paid to be there. And I'm not telling you any lies. This is how it works. We know this for sure. We've got proof in this, right? And it will all come out soon enough. And they get paid to be there. And they get these placards made for them. No, they hate Tommy placards. They're all identical. They've all got end racism. And then you'll have the one, refugees welcome here. And then you'll have the obviously one, hate the Tommy haters. We hate Tommy not welcome here. No, it's like they speak for everybody. Sorry about the sun. Aye. So, we'll go this way. Come on, girl. So yeah, it's going to be hard work for us. Because we don't do that, We can't do that. If any of us tried to do that, we'd end up in jail. They'd do us for something, But they can do it. You understand? This is part of the 2-tier. You're going to see the 2-tier tomorrow on Saturday. You will see it. You will witness it. There'll be enough cameras there to record it, But I do recommend that you go, you know what I mean? If you're not happy, if you want to go, if you feel like going, I'm not telling you what to do, you know? I'm not telling any man what to do here. You make your own decision on it, but if you want to go, go. If you're from Glasgow and you're unhappy with the way the country's being run, you know, come. And even if this is another thing, this is important, guys. This is really important. I'm hitting this sunlight. This is really, really important. The Boers and the Brigade, right? You Rangers and Celtic boys, right? He's gonna knock us all in the head, all this carry on, you know what I mean? Supporting causes you aren't really aware of, you aren't really involved in, you know what I mean? Some of you are and some of you aren't, you know what I mean? But let's face it, you know, this isn't about Rangers or Celtic, or if Protestants or Catholics, or Unionists or the Independents. We're all suffering the exact same thing here, guys. Every single one of us is all going through the same thing. You know, we're all struggling to get doctor's appointments. We're all struggling to see people. We've got economic refugees coming over to use our National Health Service. You know, and then we've got people coming over that they're like students are allowed to bring a companion. You know, and it's all the same. They're all getting. Let's face it. Would you not? Would you not? Of course you would. I would bring my mother somewhere to get a mender. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm saying that we are full. I'm saying that we're struggling. We are struggling. Our infrastructure is failing majorly. And the government don't care because they don't live where we live. They are private. They're all private. They're not waiting in the NHS waiting rooms like we are. You know? They're not waiting to get a dentist appointment. They're all going private. They're getting professional, like top of the notch stuff on their teeth and all that. I don't know. You know, so no, it's us guys, us Celtic boys and Rangers boys, you know what I mean? You know, and your kids that are suffering, guys, you know. And it's not left and, it is a bit left and right, yeah, I get that. But you're probably more right than you realise, you know. And I hate to say left and right, but it's the only way we can determine, like, this is the way it is. This is what right means right now. Right means that you love your country. Whether that be Scotland or Britain, right? Right means that you love family. You think the family unit's good, but you respect everybody else's ideas and how they should live their life. But you don't expect it to be put onto your children with these puberty blockers and all that without letting parents know. There's all sorts of things going on that we're not being asked about. There's no discussion. It's just going, boom, this is what's happening. Boom, that's what's happening. We have a week for Pride. We have an hour for our fallen. You know what I mean? There's lots of things that just don't sit right now. And, you know, I could go on and I could go on and I could go on, right? But what I believe in, they say it's right wing, okay? So I'm not going to argue with that. If that's what they want to say it is, that's what it is. There's, you know, but we aren't racist, you know? I'm not going to go on because I've done videos. I've done videos on all this, right? This is about Protestants and Catholics coming together, you know, putting all that stupid hatred, 100-year-old fucking hatred away, you know what I mean? For the sake of your children, you know, come together as one, you know what I mean? Just like all the football alliance down in England, all them boys come together. Why can't yous, you know? It's like, there's a bigger picture, guys, and I see as long as you two are nipping away at each other, you aren't watching anything else that's going on around you. And that's what the government love. They love all this. You know, and you're playing right into the government's hands. You know what I mean? And like, it's just about talking to each other. Because I know you all work with each other. You all have pros that you work with. You Green Brigade. And you all have Catholics that you work with. You Rangers boys, you know. Yeah, so you can't do it. It's just 90 minutes of bigotry sometimes. I get that. I totally get that. But listen to what I'm saying. This is bigger than your football club, right? It's bigger than me. It's bigger than Tommy Robinson. It's bigger than this country. You know what I mean? The whole world's watching us right now, guys. The whole world. Everybody in the world is watching Britain right now. We're the talk of the town, right? Believe you me. So see, when we've got the whole world watching us, let's show the whole world who we truly are, right? We're not like that anymore. We aren't really like that at all. It's just a bit of fun. It's a bit of banter. And some people take it too far, but not too many. There's no too many now that take it too far. There's a few, you know, and some of these guys haven't even been to Ireland. Protestants and Catholics, he's haven't even been to Belfast. And he's shout about the IRA and UDA and all that. He's haven't even been across the water. Maybe for the 12th of July, and what you remember of that will be surprising. So let's be honest, guys. You know, let's put our cards on the table here. This isn't about anything other than our children. You know, our children in this country, and what's going to be here in this country in 20 years' time. You know, I've got a wee girl coming. She's going to be 20 in 20 years. Right? She's due in another couple of months. You know, and that worries me. What's ahead of her? So, guys, no, and another thing, we don't let us down. Nah, don't nobody let the side down, because they're all waiting for that, and there's going to be left wingers coming in and trying to start trouble. Watch out for that. Knock it in the head. No masks. Don't be using masks. Don't cover your face. You should be proud of what you represent. If you're not proud of what you represent, you shouldn't be representing it. Simple as that. We do not wear masks at protests or any gatherings. If we're there to complain about something this government's doing, we are going to show our face. You understand? When we start covering our faces, that's when the left will come in and they'll infiltrate us and they'll start trouble. You get me? They'll start trouble. And then it'll be all over the papers on Sunday. Right, far right wing racist thugs fighting again. You get me? Let's not let that happen again, guys. Please, let's not let that happen. So, that's the end of this video. If you want to see the rest of the video, go to YouTube. Yeah. Right, so it's been a good few weeks. I'm getting a lot of love, and like some of the messages on YouTube from my videos from you guys is amazing, absolutely amazing. And you know, I'm no shy in saying that I do this for me as well. I do this for my mental health, you know what I mean? I've had years of this building up in me, all these things that the government have done to me, and I've had to keep quiet. Nobody would listen to me. Nobody would listen to me. Every time I went to court, they hammered me. I was 16 years old, and they give me, why is it so bright there? They give me 3 years. Now, if they had to give me 3 years bang on, I would have had to go to an adult jail. But I was only 16. So what they did was, I'll find a wee spot. What they did was, they gave me 3 years less a day. So my sentence was 2 years, 364 days. You know, hammered for a young boy, first offence. You know what I mean? Hammered. And then from then on, I never got bail. I've never had bail in my life. You know what I mean? I'm going to do a video about my case over here in Scotland. What happened to me when I got the 18 year. That's quite interesting, like, you know. Obviously, I'm not going to name people because I don't want to be responsible for anything happening to anybody because of my videos. So I've got that. So I've got to be very careful. But like I was saying, there are a couple of people that because I speak to people are close to me about my videos, and I always run my videos past people before I put them up as well, to be honest with you. Because like I say, I'm not 100%, you know, with stuff like that, and I've just got to keep myself right because I am vulnerable for prison. They will jail me, and I will go away for a long time because I've got so many years on my record that a judge will have no problem giving me double figures, you know. So I've got to be very careful, you know. But like, I've never had bail, and I've always known that I'm not a bad person. I've always known deep down in my heart, you know, I'm too, you know when you're good, you just know, you know when I'm too good. People say I've always been too good, you know, too nice. I've always had that, but it's never put me off. I always say to people, this is one of the things I always say to people. Come on, chill up. Come on, girl. Come on. Yeah, I always say to people, like, I'm going to get a wee seat, that don't ever let anybody change who you are. For example, say you lend somebody 20 quid because they're struggling and they don't give you it back. Now that would lead you to think, well, I'm not going to lend anybody else money again. See, they've changed you. And you can use that example for anything. So I've never let anybody, I've been ripped off. Oh, geez, oh man. You don't know. Honestly, like, you know, and I see it coming. That's the best about it. I only see it coming because I can read people like a book. But the way I am with people is like I always like I give people enough rope, you know. And I always think about it. If somebody risked me off for 100 quid, it could have been £1,000. They could have got a grand off me. If I had it and they needed it, yeah, I'd give them it. And the way I look at it, could have been a grand, you know. 100 quid isn't that bad to get rid of somebody that could do you a lot of harm. Because if that's the kind of thing that they're doing to you, they could have done a lot worse. Because obviously I trusted them, you know. And I'm not talking about any in particular. I'm talking about hundreds of people in the past. You know what I mean? It's like it's non-stop, non-stop. Even to this day, you know. But I've never changed. I've never changed, you know. And I'm proud of that because I could have changed. You know what I mean? The devil. Oh my God. Oh, the devil has been in my life so many times, and every time I've managed to avoid him, push back, because I've had God on my side. And that's really important. I know a lot of you aren't into God and all that, but you got to understand, for somebody like me, a young boy that was being abused, and both types. Come here, kid. So you got to understand, like, it's mental health and all that. You look at life totally differently. So you do. You look at life totally differently, and like, you know, I've been lucky. You know what I mean? I've been very lucky. I could have went either way at one stage. You know what I mean? And this is another thing. You know, because of the amount of jail I've only got like 6 girlfriends in my life, 6 relationships. You know, and I'm friends with them all. Well, not friends, like, but I can talk to any one of them anytime I want. You get me? Obviously, it's a bit strange talking to an ex-girlfriend if you're in a relationship with somebody. So obviously, for that reason, I don't do that. But I am that's the type of guy I am. I'm no a bad person. There's a couple of people out there who would like to say different. You know what I mean? It's all different reasons why. You know what I mean? But none of them are the right reasons or the truth. And there's nothing I can ever do about that. You know? And it's sad. It's sad because some of these people I really care about. You know, and they've got the wrong end of the stick, so they do. And you know, no matter what, you know, there's other issues, land. You know, they've got other issues, mental health issues, and you know, I mean, I can only talk about myself and explain my actions. You know, I can't explain what's going on in your head. You know, so, but I've been very lucky that I've had God on my side, and I've known right and wrong. And one of the reasons why I robbed banks was simply because I thought it was a victimless crime, you know. I couldn't take money off anybody. I couldn't steal off anybody. I would never take money off a working man. Never have, and I never will. Um, I could never break into somebody's house or rob somebody on the street. I can never do that. It's not in me. But bank robberies was different. You know, bank robberies, the way we looked at it in Northern Ireland and Belfast, like, is like the bank clerks were trained to deal with us. You got to understand, we were in and out in 40 seconds. You know, there's no way you'd be in there any longer in 60 seconds. No way, impossible. You know what I mean? That would just be, you'd be wanting to get caught. You're just going over the counter, you're emptying the drawers and you're gone again. Dodging the bandit notes and you're away. And like, the cashiers would just step back, you know. You wouldn't point guns at them. You wouldn't say on the ground, and it's no like you see on TV. Bank robberies is nothing like you see on TV. And so you're in and out, you know. We're no emptying safes and all that, you know what I mean. We're just taking whatever's in the tills. And you're normally talking, back in the day, you're normally talking about between, could be six to 10 grand in a till. And if you had a bank with 4 tills, you know what I mean. Back in the 90s, that's a lot of money. So it was more like the bank clerks would like know exactly. They'd be trained, you know what I mean? And we know the security. Like, I could be a bank security. Nobody would rob my bank, you know what I mean? But we knew all the security things and all that. So we were clued up, you know, and we were good. You know, we were a pain in this side of the cops because they were always trying to get us. Always the tricks and things that they used to do. And, you know, came close a couple of, I had a copper telling us that the next time they seen us, they weren't going to be talking to us when he had a Hackler and Kosh machine gun, you know, driving into my side of my head. You know, it's happened to a couple of years. One of my best friend as well, you know what I mean? And next time I see you, he won't be talking to you, you know what I mean? That's some serious threats. These guys did try to kill us. They shot 2 of my friends in a bank, you know. I don't know if they thought it was me, you know what I mean? Shot them through the window of the bank. Because you're fair game. Once you got a gun in your hand over there, you're fair game. And we knew that, you know. We knew the most dangerous thing was getting in and out. Walking in and walking out on the street was the most. Once you're in there, you bum back out again. And then the hardest bit was getting from the bank and to whatever vehicle you were using without people or anybody noticing you. So you did try and blend in. um, dress up as builders or stuff like that. All sorts of disguises and things that we done. But I felt like it was a victimless crime. And it wasn't until this sentence in Scotland, and I was arrested for 5 bank robberies in the west coast of Scotland. And I went to trial, and I seen the impact. All right, fair enough. A couple of them were at it, getting the claim and all that. I know, I'm not stupid, but some of them are affected, and I'm not a kind of guy to affect a woman in any way at all. And like my heart was broke, I was that close to pleading guilty just because of that. This was a 3-week trial, and I was in trial for my life. They were telling me already I was going away for 18 to 22 years if I was found guilty. So I was, for a young man, that was a long time. You know what I mean? So there was guys there was a guy up for murder. You know what I mean? He was getting out the same time as me. He killed somebody and he was getting out the same time as me. His life for step was like 10 year, and I would have had to do 10 year out of my 18. So you know what I mean. There's no. That's always the way. We're used to that now. You know what I mean. They don't like bank robbers. They hit us hard. Well, like I say, we're the bank. We're the last. We're the last. There's no more. There's no cash in the banks no more. You all know how it works now. It's all different security. You know what I mean? And it's especially a cashless society as well. You know what I mean? I'm not going to tell you what there is out there and what's going on and what people are up to. You know what I mean? But there is still things. But I'm obviously not involved in any of that now, and I concentrate. I see this as my retirement, and I'm in a really nice place with a really good girl. She's younger than me because I couldn't have a baby with a girl my own age, you know what I mean? And I want this baby to have a mum all her life, you know what I mean? I want her, the two of them to grow old together, unlike me, and you know what I mean? And like, it's difficult, you know what I mean? But I'm happy, you know what I mean? I'm happy. I've got my dogs, you know what I mean? It's mostly just me and my dogs. I'm not really into relationships and that, you know what I mean? Um, like I say, I'm having a wee girl. This is my world. You know what I mean? I'm going to look after these 2 girls forever, for as long as I can. I'm going to make sure everything's right for them as well, for when I leave this planet, and start the next journey. But it's all fun. It's all been good, and I'm alive, and I'm here to tell you about it, which is another good thing. Tulip, come here. So, but that's about it. You know what I mean? Just a wee video, just to let you know what I'm all about, and a wee insight, because I know some people think that we're all bad. You know what I mean? But not all criminals. I don't like the word criminal. I always see myself as a political prisoner, but we're not all bad. Quite a lot of guys have been through care and have been abused, and all sorts of bad stuff happened to them. And like then people just rip the piss out of them all their lives, and you know what I mean. They've got nowhere to turn. There's nobody to help them. There's no social work. I mean, I've never seen a psychiatrist. I've seen a psychiatrist now, fair enough, but I've never seen a psychiatrist all my life. You know what I mean? I should have been seeing a psychiatrist many times. The amount of things that I was nuts. You know, I was a lost child when I was young. I know I was a difficult child, but I needed help. I was crying out for help and attention. You know what I mean? It's like I know what was wrong with me. I know I wasn't a bad person. No matter what anybody says, no matter what they say about me and people and what they try and make me think about myself, I know I'm not a bad person. Um, I know myself, you know what I mean? I can't convince anybody else, my actions speak louder than words, and that's the way I go through life, you know what I mean? What you see is what you get. There's no back doors on me, and I've always been like this, I've always got on well in every jail I've went to. I've never had many troubles. Obviously, I've had fights and all that and troubles, but nothing really major. I've always had a good time. I've never laughed as hard in prison. And that's the truth. I've never laughed as hard. I've been when I've been in prison. I've had tears of laughter, like tears running down my eyes, because a lot of funny guys in jail, and it's a survival thing as well. We do it to survive. There's no way to this situation. You're in jail. You know when you're getting out, so you make the most of it. But they're not all bad guys, and some of these guys getting arrested for these rats and getting jailed, they're the same. They've come from broken families. They're guys that are in working class, and there's no opportunities for them. And people don't realise that. They don't let the government fool these guys. You know what I mean? There's a lot of good people out there being labelled as bad, and it breaks my heart because I know I know. I grew up with all these boys that they're getting arrested right now, and I know what they're like. There is some really bad eggs. I get that. There's some really bad eggs. There's some people are just born evil. You know what I mean? But there's no many. All the jails I've been in, I've met a few really evil men. Don't get me wrong, a good few. You know what I mean? But I've been in a good few jails. You know what I mean? So, but when you look at the amount of jails I've been in, the amount of different wings and different countries, you would think it would mean an awful lot more evil people, you know what I mean? But there hasn't. You're maybe talking one or two in every jail, Not even, you wouldn't even get one in every landing or wing. It would be, I'm talking one or two in every jail, proper evil, nasty people. Guys that I see getting out of jail and going, oh, poor public. You do, like people, I'm in the jail, I'm seeing these guys do their time and know what they're like inside, and I think to myself, God help the public when they get out. Yeah, there is, but the majority aren't like that. The majority are just lost. They're lost in drug abuse and they're lost in all sorts, you know what I mean? And it's a shame because there's nobody there to help. There's nobody there to help us. There really isn't. There's nobody there to help anybody in the working class anymore. You can't even get it. You can't even, if your kids cutting themselves in school or something, self-harming, you're talking 2 years to see. I mean, they'll be 2 years old before they get to see mental health. And this is just the tip of the iceberg, I mean, this is affecting everybody, and it's the most vulnerable people in our society it's affecting, because all the other rich people and the rich kids, they can get professional help, private. We can't. So we were suffering bad here, guys, and nobody's listening to us. The government are just making it worse. That Stormer is just making things 100 times worse for us, you know. We've got no room. There's no room in our society. We're struggling, guys. And he's just bringing more and more and more and more people over, and these people are jumping to the queue because they get the diversity thing, and everybody's just scared to say anything. Ugh, you know, we're in trouble, guys, in Britain. I think it's time to move, to be honest with you. I hate to say that, but that's where my head's at right now. But we'll see what happens. All we can do is try and put the word out and try and get support from people around the world. That's all we can do, guys. Take care, God bless, and I hope you have a really good Tuesday night, and I'll get another video tomorrow for you. Bye bye.